understanding that true education enlightens oneself and it enhances the faculty of one's this logic or this asking questions or rationality. So this is the main outcome of the education to me. There are three things. One is information, another is knowledge, then is wisdom. So once I am talking to you about some this concept or ideology, anything, this is information to you, and it will become knowledge once it is experiential. Knowledge is experiential, then comes wisdom. Wisdom is that you will only feel it. So information can be shared, knowledge can be shared, but wisdom it cannot be shared.
What if you turn hardship into greatness, anger into serenity? Everything changes. Make your life a masterpiece. Welcome, I'm Yannick, your host, and now joining me, Brigadier General Dr. MD Moazzem Hossain to the show to really discuss conduct of life. Welcome, Dr. Hossain, to the show. It's such a gift.
Or questions about this conduct of life. Here I have a observation about that. I had been reading a book written by APJ Abdul Kalam. This book is a famous book, Transcendence, my spiritual journey with Pramukh Swamiji. In fact, that book was with me for about a year, but I didn't open a page. But for certain coincidence, I just opened the page, and in introduction, last line, it was written that it is along with it is me along with Pramukh Swamiji, we dissolve I. That really attracted me. In fact, in this world, for our personal level, only one issue, that is I, is the main issue, and it is the root cause of everything. Every sufferings is this I. I means ego, he said. So here you see, once you are asking that you are asking me to introduce myself with a bold statement in a one word. But if anyone, there are many people like Albert Einstein. He can give a bold statement, but people like you and me, we have hardly any bold statement to give. This is the reality if we analyze ourselves. But one thing that is that I'm sure, that is, I know nothing. That is the statement or bold statement, if you tell me, because we really do not know nothing.
What do you believe is your purpose in life, and how does that shape your actions? So what's your purpose, and how does it shape your action in life?
Now you see, once I know that I have, uh, in fact, everything depends on your perceptions. Why I'm telling that I do not know anything, because you see, uh, now you are seeing me, I am seeing you. So uh, there are now, according to science, your photographs is being 16 part and giving an image, and coming to my retina, and it is giving image to me, and same to me to you. So this is not the real Yannick or real Mr. Moazzem. Okay. So, but that's why you need to have clarity in your perceptions. So, if I know that I do not know nothing, then definitely you will always strive for excellence. So I always try to do that.
So that's a really humble approach. In doing so, you really show what actually mindfulness is, because you're constantly noticing new things and learning new things from your environment. So it really is a very active approach to your life. In other words, you really show that you are a continuous learner, a
Yeah.
learner of life.
Mhm.
Who taught you this these wise words?
In fact, one thing, this is mysterious to me because uh, what I have learned through my own experience in my own life, if I try to know something, you are just on the process and automatically things are coming to you. From one connection to another connection, it might be coincidence. And this coincidence is embedded in the nature. And this this you must be knowing about the writer Thomas Hardy. He had a lot of classics, the Return of the Native, Far from the Maddening Crowd, A Pair of Blue Eyes. He was champion in this coincidence, and there are many things this coincidence happen, and I have this is my life learning that I have seen that if I want to know something automatically it is coming to me. So it by reading I could acquire this knowledge. It is not that any individual has taught me. Okay, by
So, what's education? I just want you to give us really a definition of education, especially when it comes to personal development. What's your view on education, and what should education do in order to live a life of meaning, purpose, and fulfillment?
you asked me a lot of question that life meaning and what is the purpose of life meanings and anything and education. I have my own way of defining the education, and there are traditional definition of education that this is a process of learning, or uh, uh, it is both way. You are also learning, but receiving and giving both. And but there are school colleges, there are structured system also. There are informal, non-formal, both. So these are the traditional education system. But one thing which that is my understanding that true education enlightens oneself and it enhances the faculty of one's this logic or this asking questions or rationality. So this is the main outcome of the education to me. It is my understanding. If someone is uh, if he is educated in real sense, then all his reasoning faculty will be alive. And if your reasoning faculty is alive, you are becoming logical, and you will be good in conducting your life. Okay. So,
What?
but this is my way of thinking about education. I know there are big talks by big people. There are a lot of literatures. I have also gone through this, but uh, mm, to my understanding, this is the gist of my learning, reading all those jargons and anything. And this education is a continuous process. You learn each and every microsecond also. Okay.
Yeah, I think absolutely. And I think ultimately it's really a combination of our reasoning and really our intuition, and that we bring both together in harmony in order for us to really truly start living a meaningful and purposeful life. So it's all about the balance. So, how about what do you personally recommend to do to improve self confidence? What's one strategy that has significantly improved your confidence? Because I think confidence is really the bedrock of us really truly living. We have to dare, we have to be confident to make mistakes in order to get up again, again, and again.
In fact, this is, another word, this confidence. Okay. Self-confidence or confidence, the lack of confidence, it comes out of lack of knowledge. Okay. Uh, if you have a clear understanding of your things which you want to do or what you want to achieve, and what are the means to achieve, if you are excelling in this, then you will definitely have the self confidence. Now, first thing is that if you have, that if you have, everyone has the area of interest. If you have the area of interest, and you must develop yourself on that particular aspect in such a way that you know every nook and corners of this arena. If you have that knowledge, I believe that is the uh, main thing that it will boost your confidence that you know it. Though it will never happen that you will be knowing everything and nobody knows everything. There are black swan um, situation of situation will come to everybody's life, and you need to be ready how to react on that situation. But this moot point is that in which in your area of interest, you must try to know or strive to know all aspects of it, and definitely it will give you confidence. And for me, there is I mean, a word no. There is no place of word no in my dictionary. So I never consider that anything is impossible or unattainable. So this is the for anything or everything. I just think myself that anything can be achieved. So it gives me confidence. Yes, naturally, you see that if I want to become the president of America, you see my rational faculty will also say that because I am not prepared for that. So there has to be balance between your desire and also action. So you need to tailor your desire and um, also develop yourself accordingly. You will see that you will never have lack of self confidence. So main point is that you need to have clear understanding or clarity uh, about your area of interest, what you want to be, what you want to do. This has to be amply clear. Then you will see that you will not have any uh, lack of self confidence. You see, if you do not believe by yourself that you can do it, then you will not be able to do it. There are some psychological underpinning of this, because once you think that you believe that you can do it, you see all your energy will have harmony within yourself, not only inside and outside energy, because we always have interplay of energy with cosmic energy, or now you and me are talking, this is nothing but interplay of energy. Okay, so once I believe that I will believe that I can attain it, you will see that there will be harmony, and you will be getting charged, and definitely uh, we will achieve success.
This is so powerful, but because what you're basically saying is that knowledge is really the bedrock of confidence. And really, when you have knowledge, then you start really knowing what your purpose is, what you really want, and somehow your focus, your mental, your psychological outlook will really start really going really narrower and narrower and narrower, and you will really start being able to see everything what you encounter in life. You will ultimately be able to actually make sense of it, because now you can put it into the context, because you have a goal over there, and everything what you faces, you can ultimately change it in that it is ultimately fuel or obstacles that help you really to get to your very very goal. So that's really, really powerful. What do you do to effectively connect with family and people? Because also connection is very important. What is one of your hacks that you really do in order to have those crucial connections, and really who are the most important people in your life?
So before answering this question, I want to just add about earlier questions. There are three things. One is information, another is knowledge, then is wisdom. So once I am talking to you about some this concept or ideology, anything, this is information to you, and it will become knowledge once it is experiential. Knowledge is experiential, then comes wisdom. Wisdom is that you will only feel it. So information can be shared, knowledge can be shared, but wisdom it cannot be shared. And this Bhagavan Buddha, in fact, in his book, he said that absolute wisdom is the God. Okay, but I'm not going on that aspect. So, as you said, to give more emphasis on this word knowledge, because it is once it is experiential, because now you will find that you are clear about everything you want to do. You will have the clarity. You will have the clarity of perception. That is the more important thing. If you do not have the clarity of your perception or your thinking, then you remain confused. So you cannot clearly define the goal. And I said regarding this confidence, it is the tenacity is the key to me. So you will see there are, if you think that life is bed of roses, then you are living in fool's paradise. Nobody's life was in the bed of roses. You see, not anybody. You talk about any great man, you see, because it is unnatural. So you will have to go through with this, and if you have this tenacity or this, if you are sanguine about your goal, and if you can select it with clarity, then I don't think that you will have these issues of lack of self confidence. And next question you asked about this connection with your family. Nowadays it has become issues. Uh, though West faced it much earlier. We in this eastern part of this world, though Bangladesh is in between the east and west. In fact, we are in the breaking point, but we are more inclined towards Western culture. So things are also coming to us. Earlier, we had the traditional joint families, so we never had this question of how we remain connected with our family, because we all are always connected with our family. Our individual sorrow, happiness becomes the sorrow and happiness of all the family members. But now, in our case, this traditional joint family is totally broken. So we are also facing this, change always happens. So, we are going through this. And here, most disastrous thing is that now people have become tremendous individualistic, and even their our relationship is with only the cell phone or this text message. This is so. In this now, it is very important to remain connected with the family because now, as once you are in a joint family, if you have any difficulties, then you share with others, and there are a lot of people to help you. But now it has become very difficult, and for this globally, the rate of suicide has increased. Okay, and this is one aspect of this globalization. Though now it is now reverse. In the globalization has at its it went apex. Now it is going inward. So what I do, because for my own family, definitely I want to remain connected with them over phone or in during vacation with my family. We go uh, in a good place to visit, maybe in the home abroad. And another thing is to give them time. But normally, you see, nowadays, they also do not want time from you. Everybody has now their mini world. You see, now things are moving so fast. As you are asking me, it is really difficult to because everybody has their own mini world. There, even you, if your kids, your wife, you do not have access to this, and this is a new phenomena we are experiencing, and we are also getting used to with this. Though I am not prone to this, but I am now getting used to with them, and to support them because I understand. The more this technological advancement will happen, more we will lose our quality of humans. Okay, we'll become more machine. We'll have less these humanistic qualities. But now, whatever may be the case, because since we have emotions, we have needs, and definitely you will see that even we, if you are sitting with your family and everything, everybody is just busy with their cell phone, texting, these, that. So this is the now normal phenomenon. We'll have to accept it. But one thing is sure that I, morning, evening, or all the time, I remain connected with my family. At least whether they like or not, it doesn't matter. But I find that they also want it. If I cannot, once we remain abroad or away from family, yeah, my daughter knows that I'll make her call. If I don't call her, then she calls me. Why didn't you call me? So now there are new ways of life, so we'll have to accept it. But since I don't know whether we agree or not. Now, earlier though there was less of individual space, but now we all have become too much individualistic. This is very bad for our civilization. Okay.
What do you do to feel a deep sense of recognition and worth
Pardon,
in
please.
your life?
সেলিম ভাই, আমি একটা ইয়েতে কথা বলতেছি, আমি আপনাকে বলছি তো কথা বলবো না ওকে। ওই সরি, I cannot hear your voice.
Okay,
Sorry, sorry.
what do you do to feel a deep sense of recognition, worth in your life?
You see, I had been thinking on this point, deep sense of recognition. Uh, there is a this Hegel. He wrote nicely that the struggle for recognition. Okay. In fact, this is another disease of us. We always seek for the recognition. Okay. So, this struggle for recognition, this is in one sense, I must say that it's good or bad. You see, it also relates with your ego. Now, what you want, until unless you are extraordinary genius like Albert Einstein or anyone else, what recognition you want? Uh, um, you can write a good book for this. Definitely, people will like you that he has written a good book. But regarding this, I will go back to Gita. You see that here it is clearly mentioned. It said that you should conduct your life like a flower. You know, flower, it blooms silently, it gives fragrance, and silently it dies. It wither away. So you should conduct life in this manner. You see, you need not to look for the recognition. Recognition will automatically come because people are there to give value to your work. So people are looking for this struggle, and if they are not, they are now present day, they are now, this is a new phenomenon, new catchword that is relevance. They are looking for the relevance, this recognition to relevance. This is another fault line. You don't, it happens because if you do not have understanding of this, of yourself, surrounding, nature, and how you should conduct your life, then you have this kind of need that you need a recognition, you need uh, relevance. Okay, now because you need to have good branded shirt, this, that, good car, and everything, then people will recognize you. You are a rich man. This is, but to me, it is a madness and nothing to me. You see, one thing that now you know that if I make you president of some country, just sitting on this chair, next moment you will think that okay, I'm president of Switzerland now. So it's a small country, but I should have been the president of United States of America. Okay, so now this sense of recognition to me, as I said, the saying of Gita, but you just work and you will see people will notice you. Nothing goes unnoticed, and automatically this recognition will come to you. And you asked the deep sense of recognition. Here I have another view that you see. mm, Uh, you know, personally, I mm, just endeavor to knowing the things, how it is that this is cosmic forces, how it works, how we are connected with this. So, if you have minimum understanding of this universe and how it is being governed and who is governing and how things are happening, you will see that there are many things to uh, for your understanding. And this is not a recognition that we should, at least, though we know that we will not be able to break the mystery of this creation or this universe, even if we try, but at least if you try to know something, you will feel good, and at least you will know minimum, at least. So, as you said, that deep sense of recognition, I don't bother who gives me recognition on me or not, but uh, I just live life just to uh, give me something out of everything. That if you are, to me, that if you can really be connected with these cosmic forces and environment and natural world, you will have uh, deep sense of not recognition, you will feel that you are part of this bigger design. You are one of the part. So it will give you, to me, that meaning of your life, that why you are here. I don't know whether I could explain it or not.
I think it really makes sense. I think it's really important because I think the most important thing what we can do in terms of recognition is to recognize ourselves in our service to others. And I think once we lose ourselves, we really find ourselves. I think that's an Indian proverb actually, and I think it comes in many ways of service, and we can only give ourselves to some extent this recognition, and then I think it's a healthy recognition in the sense that it is from within coming, and not we are not seeking it from outside. It's very dangerous when we seek recognition from outside. As you mentioned, relevance, right? Today you can have a lot of relevance, a lot of recognition just by putting out nonsense in the internet, and because you are like showing yourself as a victim, you can even get recognition for being a victim without doing anything. And so it has a very pathetic also aspect of it. I think what you really were alluding to. Now, I want to ask you, what makes you feel truly valued in your life?
Truly valued. No,
Yeah,
please.
what makes you feel truly valued in life?
Again, you see, all your questions are interconnected and relating with I. Okay. Um, because these are the questions, I answered in all through all this. Uh, these are this word value. These are corporate world. Okay. Uh, uh, you see, if you talk about value in this sense as a human being, I am even valueless than this insect also. Okay, in how, because you see, as a human being, we always destroy things in this earth. We do not do anything good to this earth. Okay, but these insects, they do something good to this earth. So they are these insects, worms, those who lives beneath this earth surface. If these this worm, they live beneath the earth surface, if they die, this world will survive only for this earth will survive only for 8 years, and only for only for 8 years. And this insect, then earth will insect outside. If they die, earth will not survive around 25 years only. But everybody is contributing to this earth. But you and me, we are contributing to the destroying this earth and accelerating of destroying this. In the name of the so-called our development, these, that, we are continuously destroying. Only you can have some value if you die, and if you are being buried, then only topsoil will get some fertilizer out of your body. Other than this, you see, we are in that sense, because out of billions of species, we, even me, is one. If you are asking me that, I know you wanted to know that what is the value. You see, answer you at the this first question, that I admitted that I know nothing, and this is true. Each and every second, you will see that there are many things we do not learn. So, what value you can think, if you ask yourself that you know everything, then you become available to the people. But this is, I contradict with this word value, what value you have, because If you ask me, I personally don't like this valuation of self. Okay.
No, it's a very good point. But obviously, I want to learn from you, and I think it's very important. And we also know that it's really important, at least, that we are aware of our values, because our values really determines our perception. So in other words, if I show you a tree and I also look at the tree, you might see something different, you know than I do, because you are informed by a different set of values. Therefore, you pay attention to maybe the leaves or whatever, and I might pay attention to the big picture, as life, as the tree, as a picture of a symbol of life, let's say, right? And therefore, I think it's important that we know the values, or at least the values that we grow up with, because that's really informs the way in which we perceive and really see the world, because we don't really see reality. What we really see is the way in which we perceive the world, and therefore we have so many conflict in these days, especially because even though we see the same thing, we have the same facts, but we interpret it differently, right? So there's one thing having data, but then you turn data into information, and this shift really has to do with how we and what we value, right? And so therefore, I think it's so important to actually look at this. But I fully agree with you when it comes to that we focus sometimes too much on ourselves. But I think again, it's our cycles, right? And there's one really interesting saying that says, weak people create bad times, bad times create good people, and good people, no, good times create, you know weak times. So there is always in cycles, right, as everything, right? And I think the complexity that we have as this incredible, species, is that we can actually create. And so there is negatives, of course, but there's also a lot of positives. I think, because I truly believe there is a divine purpose in us, because when you look at scriptures across all major religions, they basically have some core messages time and again that really helps us to guide us, especially when it comes to values, because these values are core in order for us to actually see the world through a lens in which we can ultimately, that is upward, that points to something that is much bigger than ourselves. And that's what we potentially, at least I myself think, what we have to aim for. But now let's go to, what do you maintain? What do you do to maintain or fuel your creativity, productivity? So, what's your secret to staying creative and productive?
Probably one thing, earlier question, probably you asked me what is your individual value. In fact, values and value is a totally two different thing. Regarding values, what you said that it is correct. I said that probably I didn't understand your first question in a appropriate way. Definitely, there are some values, but it is whatever I said, yeah, whatever you explained nicely. And you must have a certain plan that how will conduct your life. In fact, we do not know how we conduct our life. So, but that's why you are asking how we can remain energized. In fact, I always say to the people that live life, not death. Okay. Because if you are exuberant, then always you will live life. And if you are always thinking that you are dying, this is happening, that is happening, that means you are living the death, not the life. For me, in fact, I do some yoga. I have particular time in the morning. Then meditation, music is the key. Then definitely connecting with the nature. It is my uh, everyday uh, affair. I at least that this whole universe is there are five elements that constitute the whole universe, and we are also mini cosmos. So at least I touch all these five elements, except Akash we cannot touch, but we do some yoga for this, and I always try to live joyfully and strive for blissfulness. So you might have a lot of the difficulties or anything, and if I know that if I am angry or if I am depressed, then I am harming me. So as a rational human being, if you know that if you are depressed or if you are angry, nothing can solve your issues. So you need to solve it methodically, or this you need to manage it. But thing is that if you have these difficulties and this thing, and if you are having pain, sorrow, this, that, as I said you earlier, that pain and sorrowness is in your own creation. It is, you will not find it anywhere other than human being. You will not find it in the nature. So I always remain connected with the nature and try to shun the anger and remain joyful or blissful. In Bengali word, I told you earlier also, this is Anando, and uh, another word that always, if you can remain alive and playful, then I believe you will have a lot of difficulties, but you will be able to uh, overcome everything. So, one important thing is that if you need to be physically fit first. If you are not physically fit, you will not become mentally fit. So you see, all my activities are related with physical, mental, spiritual. This physical, mental, spiritual, these three are interconnected. So I always do this, and this is, you can say, that this is my greatest strength to remain alive. Okay, because at least we must try to live uh, healthy with sound mind and also sound physique, and all these three things will come together. You will have also spiritually we will also good if you want to practice that, or if you like that. I believe everybody, every human being also strive for this spirituality. Him or her alone. May not be that he's telling somebody, but everybody at individual level, definitely they are connected with their own God or own creator. So that's all that I said you, that yoga, meditation, music, classical music is the key, and any music, and importantly, among all these things, everything keeps you grounded, calm. Okay, and then once you are connected with the nature, in you people, you are in the west, you have more this forest and everything. You just go there and be there. I don't know why people feels that people commit suicide there on those places. There are if you see this nature, how people you will be automatically enlightened, because I don't feel alone now on those places. Okay.
Beautiful what you also said, like pain and sorrow is your own creation, and I think it's so important. And what it's really relates to what you were mentioning before, that if you are really just focused on yourself, then you have pain and sorrow really. And I think in many ways, depression comes also from if we are too much in our head and it's all about ourselves, you know. And you mentioned playfulness and also just being fit. And I think playfulness also relates to being like almost like a child again. We start noticing new things again. We are active, we are alive, and really with movement comes positive emotions, and that's really what we have to do in order to conduct a fruitful and meaningful life. So really beautiful.
Exactly, you correctly identified. But this is the thing. If you are even playful, everything will happen nicely and playfully also.
And it also keeps you young because I can
Yeah,
tell
but
you are very
you said
young. You
rightly
can
that you become young. Okay.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's why you look so young, because you're still young, of course. But that's why, and that's brilliant because
No,
you're talking about
I
Hinduism as
spend
well.
a lot of time under sun. Okay, because sun is a source of creation. Oh, one thing I just forgot to. So, though I talked about nature, but you must expose yourself to the sunlight. I have my own way of doing the sun gazing because I live with sunlight. That's why I become a bit black. But that doesn't matter because I need to be healthy both physically, spiritually, because sun drives away your load of bad things, and this is the source of creation. Sun nourishes you in all aspect. So I take sunlight every day, and so if you are exposed to the sunlight, you will not have lot of disease, and at least minimum. Though I play 2 to 3 hours golf or 2 hours golf every day, but I need to be in the sunlight. Or I have I do sun gazing in the morning or evening, but I expose myself to the sun. I take sunlight. There are ways, but if you don't want to do that, that doesn't matter. But you need to expose yourself to the sunlight. Ask yourself, when did you see the sunrise and sunset? You see that if you see the sunrise and sunset, you just see and you ask yourself how you are feeling. Because if you are in a forest, if you see the sunrise or if you see the this sunset, you will have a different feeling. Sunrise, sunset will give you a different feeling. But if you are exposed to the sunlight, you will be free of lot of disease, both physical, mental, spiritual. Okay. This is one thing I will advocate to remain vibrant. And this thing, because people are afraid, there are a lot of, this sunscreen that, but this is not good because if you are with the sunlight, you will not have many disease. Rather, you will be benefited. Okay.
What gives you a deep sense of meaning? What
Uh,
gives you a deep sense of meaning in your life?
I said again. I asked to very fast instance that all the questions are related with I. Okay. But please, you just your question was what gives a deep sense of meaning.
Yeah.
Deep sense of meaning means deep sense of meaning of what? Please, can you clarify this? Uh, Deep sense of meaning means
Let's say you do a job and you feel like you are contributing something, you helping people. Therefore, you feel meaningful, whatever you do.
okay.
And
But I
from
understand.
meaning comes
To be honest, I wrote a book. I wrote other book or other thing. You know, uh, thing is that if you need to just work and do your work, and if you always look for the meaning, then you'll not be able to do things. I know whether uh, your this thinking is okay or not, but one thing I do that you can ask that what is the purpose of life, or what is your deep sense of meaning of your life. And here one thing that uh, for me personally, I try to help people. Okay, this is one thing. Here, me and my wife also, my we feel one thing that if somebody seeks any help, in fact, both of us we have spend most of the time helping other people's. Though, if you want to help people, you have lot of troubles. You need to give your personal time, this, that, sometimes some awkward situation. But definitely, it is an accomplishment of yours. But here we feel that if someone seeking help from me, I must help them because this is to us something divine, divine intervention. Otherwise, why they are asking help from us? Maybe they are not known to me. Anyone, if they are known to, they can reach to us. If I do not know them or that we do help people. And for the deep sense of what I do, that I in the mornings when I get up, definitely I thank to the God for living, remaining alive, and then I just decide that at least in a day I must help one people or anyone in either way. Well, anyone if they ask. Then at the end of the day, I just see whether I could help anyone or not, or whether anybody has asked help or not. So, but this way, I try to judge myself or see. You see, by giving somebody or helping not only person, helping even even a tree or animals, they are also just like you and me. I don't know. Don't you think that it gives you a lot of pleasure, and this is one of the deep. This is the greatest deep sense you have, because you are connected with the wall, and you are part of anyone. And if you can help people, and if you can make someone's life happy, don't you think that it is a great achievement, and it should give you a good sense of uh, meaning? Otherwise, you see,
Absolutely.
we are not that big person like time and again. I'm talking about Stephen Hawking or Albert Einstein, that we can give something lasting to this world. But uh, that doesn't mean that we will not give anything in our capacity. Wherever we are, we should strive to help people. And by giving, you will also enlighten yourself. But do uh, not ask, do not even think for any reward for these actions. Consider these are divine intervention. You are just doing it. Do it selflessly. You will see that this is the best thing, best joy you will get in life, or you will become ecstatic if you can do that.
I
Okay.
think you're right there. It's a process, and that's really what also karma means. Karma means action, and actually, whatever we do, it immediately affects who we are, even though time might delay it because it's ultimately an illusion. But it's really what we have to be conscious is whatever we do, it affects immediately. And I think, as you said, I think meaning really comes from, first and foremost, we have to do, we have to help others, and then ultimately we can actually connect the dots by looking backwards, and then we can connect the dots together, and then we can actually truly make sense. And that's what happens all the time, right? If we go through hardship right now, we go through big hardship, well, we know that ultimately in 2, 3, 5 years we look back and we know that this hardship now has been one of the pillars of our personal growth, or our contribution to the world.
You see one thing, Mr. Yannick, you and me are putting on very nice dress, okay? So, if you have food, if you have a shelter, if you have a home to live, then why you will have uh, any lackings? Tell me. You see, the now almost more than two-thirds of the people are remaining half-fed or unfed, isn't it? Now we are talking about meaning these, that, or anything because so long you have food and shelter. I think you must not worry for anything. You must, you must not worry for anything. And thing is that because we people, once we are kid, we were not taught this thing that how we will conduct our life, these that. If you we would know from earlier, then it would be different. It's not that it is, it is not in our family, not in your family. Everybody wants that their kids will do something extraordinary, these, that, they will earn this, that. And that is the greatest fault line. Okay. If you ask me that now branded shirt doesn't give me any pleasures. Okay. Because you also stayed, I also stayed seven-star hotel and living all those things. You see 1, 2 days, 3 days or a week, maybe. But afterwards, I don't know, I don't get any pleasure out of it. This so-called pleasure has a tiredness and end of it. Okay. If you really want to enrich yourself and get this anando or blissfulness or ecstasy, whatever you say, then as I said you that help people selflessly or be with the nature. These two things, if you have this passion, you do, at least you will remain good.
It's brilliant. I can really tell that you really cracked the secret code to fulfillment and happiness. That's really what you have said. If you have shelter and you have food, I think you have everything, and then you have open eyes and you just contemplate whatever it's around you. There's nothing more than really bliss and joy that we actually experience. But again, it's a state of mind, it's of how we look through and perceive the world, and then it's ultimately on us, the meaning that we give and the focus we give to it, that ultimately allows us to take action or not. Now the question is, what drives you, and are you driven more by love, or is it more by fear?
First of all, definitely it is love, and I am coming. Fear is the worst enemy in your life. Never ever. You only if there is any life threat, you must have some fear. Otherwise, you must not fear. There were some incidents. I saw some of my senior, he died out of heart stroke. Then I decided that, there are a lot of stress in your service, these, that, anything. Then I said, I'll never have any stress. Though stress is positive, we'll discuss this thing in when we'll do classes on this leadership. Okay. But our common understanding that stress is a negative thing, and from that time I said I do my uh, work sincerely. If my bosses or seniors, if they do not like, it doesn't matter to me, because to me I am clear that I have done to my best. So then, because my understanding was that by, you see, our kids, you and me, we always live in fear that if I am late to go to the office, that my boss will tell this thing. If I do this thing, people will, and everybody has fear. This. Um, First thing that just discard this word fear from your life. If you have fear, then you are becoming physically, mentally sick. Okay, because you see, if you, as I said earlier, if you have only this thing, that home and shelter, or food and cloth, you must not fear anything. Okay, you must not fear anything. Fear just crushes you like anything. I told my students, please never ever, what will happen? Because, okay, but you are late in the class. So, what will happen? Okay, but teacher will give you a bad cheat. Doesn't matter. If even if you fail in these courses, what is going to happen? Mm, You can try it for next time. But if you are in a fear, then you are damaging yourself. Why should you remain in fear? So this thing, this for anything, we must strive for one thing and tell everybody, just discard this word fear. You must do your things. Okay, if the people doesn't like it, doesn't matter. But tell them clearly that I tried. I could do up to this. But so long you have, as I said, that food and shelter, you must not fear anything. This is the worst enemy in our life. And definitely you will have love. Without love, you cannot do anything. And from your passion, this love comes. And if you do anything, if you have love and passion, definitely this joy and blissfulness, these are connected with all this. So please tell people that people must not fear and discard this word from their lives. What will happen if you, if you see, last thing that someone might kill you, isn't it? But for any job, if you fail, what is going to happen? You will lose job. So what? Will you die for that? Because so long you have the minimum quality, you will not at least live unfed or unclothed. So don't panic or don't fear. Panic and fear. This is the worst enemy in your life. Okay.
So do not fear. Brilliant. Now, second last question. Imagine you can only do one daily hack to improve your effectiveness. What would it be?
Okay, but I told you earlier that I have a complete set of package. Okay. But if you tell me one thing, that is only reading books. Okay.
Lastly, what makes you truly feel alive?
Can you do one thing? Since our we did it in our past first podcast, you asked me the same question.
Yeah, that's okay. Maybe you changed. Now you're a little bit older because we changed. Here
No,
Heraclitus, and you actually remember this. Heraclitus said you can never step into the same river twice, because life is always changing and might be also your mind.
no. Uh, Alive, as I said, that there are many things that keeps me alive. I don't find that the things that keeps me alive. You see, here now I'm living in the city. I do not have garden here since I am staying in a studio apartment, but I have all these tops and everything, flowers. Yes, but there are a lot of flowers. They are blooming, and if, I told you that if I get the fragrance of these flowers, that gives me immense pleasure. So I told you earlier that I live life, not death. And another thing is that that I told people always that don't live with imagination and also with memory. That imagination means what you will do in future, and this memory means past. You see, both of these you do not have control. So I told people live in the present. Whatever you have and whatever the present, enjoy it because you never know when you are going to die. You will have to die. You will have to believe in this, and you must not be afraid of that because death is nothing. This is a change of form. So you must also accept it lively because it is going to happen. It is not that you are dying these that, but these are changing a form and it is going to happen. We are now living, but this is natural that we will die. So if you are just one moment, if you cannot enjoy or if you cannot utilize properly, then you are this is a wastage of time because you have very less time. And as I said earlier, also, these pain and sorrowness. I told you many times these are our own creation because I saw one day because all my learnings are from my life. Once I am onlooker to the nature, so I see things that there was a funeral in some places, and there are a lot of trees, and we had been doing this process, and I find that all these birds they had been singing, chirping these that. You see, someone died. We are doing all these funerals, but nature, there is joy everywhere. Then I realized that there is no pain and soreness in the nature. So, if you talk about natural order, you will have these ups and down. I don't say pain and sorrowness. So, um, one thing that you must not have this pain or sorrowness concept. That's why I said that live the life and not death, and live in the present. And this most motivating factor for me because once you study this famine or this genocide of many countries, you will see people died unfit. There are a lot of histories, lot of photos. And as I said just few minutes back, that more than two-thirds people are remaining unfed or half-fed, and you and me have the choice that which food we will take because we are gaining weight. So, but don't you think that we are lucky? Then why you will not live? You will not be alive? Why you will have pain and sorrowness? Then in the morning I get up early. I start my day with this classical music, then reading books and getting new ideas and getting new ideas every day in the morning. It will energize you and it will give you I don't know, it gives me different type of pleasure because uh, once you read books, definitely you will get new ideas. Okay, it doesn't mean that you need to study 4 hours. Even if you have less time, read only 15 minutes. You will find that you will get something new things. So with all these, then I told you this yoga, meditation, music. I told you. Then most important thing that I always remain connected with the nature. So I touch mud. or earth, whatever you say. I make myself exposed to the sunlight, and also this. By- I always remain connected with this, and since if you can spend few times, maybe 10 minutes or 15 minutes, or if you can spend more than half an hour, that is better in the nature. You will see that there are many things that will keep you alive. And you will feel that, it's my own feeling that I told you earlier also that we are the one of the species out of billions. Okay. So, since I'm part of this, we are connected. And if you have this type of feelings, you feel love for everything, every insect, every flowers, every trees, every leaves, and everything. So you have this connection, and that really keeps me alive. Okay. Important thing is my family, my daughter, my wife. So another thing, if you have good family life, then definitely this is a very important thing. Or if you do not have family life, if you are alone, then you have more time to live life, not death. Okay.
Dr. Hossain, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been a true blessing to have you back. That's why knowledge matters. Make your life a masterpiece. Visit now programs.d-ykm.com. Meant to make you grow.